Hey, it's Mr. Yagi. We're going to talk about the genitive case today. So, in stage 17, the big language topic, as you can see here, is the genitive case. Um, we have seen a lot of examples of this already. And the big thing I want you to know is, or really maybe two things. One is the genitive. We call that possession in English. So the possessive case, or shows possession. So I don't want to just say, money. I want to say Mr. Yagi's money. All right. I don't want to say happiness. I want to say Mr. Yagi's happiness, or the happiness of Mr. Yagi, or the money of Mr. Yagi. Okay. Well, a couple more classical examples here. We have Alexandriae, so it's the harbor of Alexandria. It's not every harbor everywhere, it's the one of Alexandria. Or not every house in the world, it's the house of Barbalus. And here we have the streets, and it's not every street in the world, it's the streets of the city. So you can see this, AE, I, and then is. Now let's talk about these first two. So these are first declension and second declension, right? So down here, we have first declension and second declension. So here's the deal. The genitive looks like the nominative plural, okay? You know the nominative plural in the second declension because a cactus, well, it's plural cacti, right? And we have amoeba or amoebae, or sometimes they say amoebae with that AE there. But we know in Latin puella, puellae, right? So these look exactly like the plural nominative. Okay, so endings you've already seen and you already know. Okay, in the third declension, it's a little bit different. So the plural nominative is es. Well, this one's is, which is actually kind of nice because then we don't maybe get those confused. That's kind of nice. So is. So leonis means of the lion. Servi means of the slave. Puellae, of the girl. So we can see urbis up here again, of the city. Okay? Now, the plurals are nicer even, and because you're just not going to mistake them for anything else. So here they've given you one example here, Aegypti orum. All right, that really strong four-letter ending there, orum. So in the first declension, it's aurum, because remember the A is the vowel of the first declension. Puella, puellae, puellae, puellam, puella. So that A is the vowel of that first declension. And then here we have that O that pops up in the second declension a lot. So puellarum, and then servorum. And then here in the third, again, we have an Now we don't have aurum or aurum, but we just and so we would want to pay special attention to that. Okay, so the morphology there is kind of nice. In the singular, most of them look like the plural, the nominative plural, and then in the plural genitive, they look pretty unique, mostly aurum, aurum, but then you got that there. Okay, down here you've got multi servi in via clamabant. Quintus per multitudinem servorum contendit. So I'm going to give you a second, hit pause maybe, and identify the genitive word. And it is servorum. Okay, now hit pause again and think about what it means. And so servorum means of the slaves, right? So through the crowd of the slaves. All right, in B, we've got Aegypti in casam fabri ruerunt. So hit pause, think of which word is the genitive word, and that word is fabri. Now hit pause again and think about what it means. So faber is a craftsman, but here we're saying into the house of the craftsman. Or, you could say the craftsman's house, right? Apostrophe S. Nulli Graeci here, exercise C. Nulli Graeci in illa parte urbis habitaban. So hit pause, identify the genitive. It's urbis. Now hit pause again, tell me what it means. In that part of the city. All right, D. Femina D waste magnum fundum habebat multi Aegypti in fundo feminae laborabant. Okay, so this is two sentences. There's a lot going on there. So hit pause and identify the genitive. And the genitive is feminae. And so hit pause and tell me how are we going to translate this word that means woman? And hopefully you said on the farm of the woman or on the woman's farm. Okay. In E, kiwes vias complebant, puer quintum per turbam kiwium duxit. Okay. Hit pause and identify the genitive. And the genitive is kiwium. So kiwis means citizen. So hit pause and think about how we're going to translate kiwium. Per turbam kiwium. So through the crowd of the citizens. Okay, so that's that genitive plural now. Now, there's an I there that pops up, but don't worry about that. It's still the UM, genitive ending, okay? This is just another third declension noun here. And last one, F. Mercator togas in taberna vendebat, juvenes et pueri ad taberna mercatoris contenderunt. So again, hit pause and identify the genitive. And it is mercatoris. And now the word means merchant, right? So what does the genitive translation, what is that? Hit pause. To the shop of the merchant. Okay? So, puelli, puellarum, servi, servorum, and then leonis, leonum.